What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel here at Sticky Hickory BBQ. I am DQ, and this is my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm going to show you how to make delicious smoked brisket quesadillas. Recipes coming up. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back to my channel here, Sticky Hickory BBQ. As I mentioned today, we are going to make smoked brisket quesadillas. And I've got here a 13.39, almost 13 pound choice brisket here that I got from my local HEB. So we're going to start by getting this open, and we're going to flip it on the fat side so we don't cut into any meat. Get our pack open. And there's quite a bit of juices in there, so we want to be careful about how we move with this. Get this out of there, just like that. Get that out the pack onto our cutting board, just like that. Carefully get this out of here so we don't spill juices all over the place, just like that. I'm gonna lift this up, put up some napkins underneath so we can get all these juices out. We're gonna go ahead and grab some napkins. Get us a quick pat down, get all that moisture, that juice off of there real quick, front and back side. And as I mentioned, this is a choice brisket. You might say, well, hey, better quality than prime. Yeah, I agree, but this is game day. You got folks coming to your house, you want to impress your people. You might not want to spend prime money. Choice is the way to go. I would go no lower than a choice grade brisket. We pretty much got it wiped down, so let's get into the trimming of this thing. First things first, we want to get this right here, this hard fat, this decal fat, because that is not going to render. We want to get that out of there, just like that. Get down in there, because none of that is going to render out. It's not going to taste good. It's not going to feel good when you're tasting it. But I'm not going to throw it away, because we're going to save it. All right, so let's get the rest of that decal out of there, just like that, just like that. We got some silver skin here. Let's go up under here with your knife. And bam, cut that silver skin out of there. Just like that. Careful not to take too much meat off. You might have to sacrifice some meat, but that's okay for a better end result. So, as you can see, I'm cutting away from my body. We don't want to get rid of all fat. All fat is good, fat is flavor. So, just want to get some of that hard fat off of there. And this is just a basic backyard trim, just for our buddies, friends, family, game day. Make sure you have a good sharp knife too, that helps in the process. Let's go ahead and get some of that silver skin, because that season will not stick to that silver skin. Don't be alarmed if you don't get it all, or you're not able to get it all off. You probably won't. It's no big deal. Try to get off as much as you can. I just want to get those hard patches off of there. Now, I put this in my freezer so that this trimming process can be way easier. You never want to trim unthawed brisket out, because then you run the risk of injuring yourself or getting cuts or whatever. So make sure, it's nice and kind of frozen, not all the way frozen, but it's a whole lot easier to do it. But one trick is to put your hand up under there and press up under so that you can get your knife under there and get that a little better and get more grip on that with your knife. Get that all trimmed up, then we'll move on to our fat cap. We want to catch all this here. Get that out of there. There's another hard chunk of fat we don't want. Let's get that out of there. Get that out of there. Go ahead and start rounding that off. Just like that. Let's go here. Flip this over here. I want to get this right here so I can expose some of that meat. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. And we're going to get rid of that part right there. Let's get to the fat cap. So we want to cut this fat cap down to about 1/4 inch. Trim that down some. Round that edge off. Cut that off. Cut that off. We want to sacrifice that for a good end product. Now that we got our brisket all trimmed up, Let's go ahead and go on here with a mustard slather. And we're gonna rub that on. You already know that that's so that our seasoning can stick. And today for choice of seasoning, I have my own blend of beef seasoning that I made. You can use whatever you like, but today for choice of seasoning, this is what I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna go on there pretty heavy because this is a big brisket. Beef can handle it, the salt and all that extra spice. It's gonna help us build a great bark on that pit while this cooks. I wanna make sure we get those sides too, folks, because we're gonna be eating those sides. Get all those sides, folks. Just like that. Just like that. Pat it in. Put a little more. Just like that. Flip it over. Do the same thing to the other side. And this is just some coarse black pepper grind right here. Just go right there on top with it. Just like that. Let that go on there. Just like that. Flip it over. Do it on the other side too. So let's go get that pit going. We're gonna get this thing rolling hot and fast. And we're gonna get this game day party started right. Stay tuned. Meet you outside. All right, we're outside. We're gonna get the Weber kettle fired up at 325 degrees. So we're gonna use our B&B competition oak charcoal. You've seen this on my last video. I use this, and this stuff, I gotta say, is pretty good. Temperature's held up, constant. You gotta get this to try if you haven't. So let's go ahead and get this started. Take some of these unlit, put them down up in here on this one side. 5 stars under there. Just gonna light these up. Sit that on top. Let that. All right. So as you can see, our coals have burned. We're gonna get them dumped off right here on top of these unlit coals, so that this thing can kind of start a minion method, because it's gonna be a long cook for this brisket. So let's go ahead and get this going. Let's get this flipped open. We're gonna go right here, just right here enough for these to light those unlit briquettes. All right. Let's get this lid on and let's let these temps come up. Our target temperature today is 325. All right, our kettle has come up to temp. Let's go ahead and get this lid off. I'm gonna go here with a pan fire drip, and I'm just gonna put some water up in here, just enough. So we're gonna pick up our brisket, and we're gonna put it on there. We'll put the fat side down, just to protect that meat. Just like that, on our indirect side of our Weber kettle. We'll go ahead and squeeze it together, shape it up, because how we shape it up is how it's gonna cook, and that's gonna determine the end product. So, got a couple pieces of hickory here. I'm just gonna go in here, lift this up, put that right there on top, give us our nice smoke flavor. Then I'm gonna put another one over here on the unlit side for when those light up. We have some good hickory shrimp. We'll let this cook. I'm gonna keep the time going, and I'll let you know what it's like. So for right now, let's get this lid on. Let's let this baby cook, and then I'll see you back. It's been about 2 hours. We're out here at the kettle. We're gonna give this brisket a quick check. Let's get this lid open. Oh my God, look at that. But what I wanna do here, I wanna take this foil, and I wanna protect this point from getting any more color on it or any more cooked faster than the rest of our brisket. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shield that off like that. Give it a quick little spritz. Put the lid on, keep cooking. All right, it's time to get this brisket a check. Let's see what's going on in here. Oh, would you look at that. That bark is building up real nice. Got some moisture pooling up right there. Just gonna get that a quick tilt. I'm gonna continue to let that bark build up. Go take this piece of wood here, stick it up under there so that that pooling can drip down, so this bark can continue to build. Almost there. Let's go ahead and tempt this, see where we're at. And as you can see, not quite where we want to be yet. Almost there. We want to be 165 before we wrap this up. That's the flat. There's that point here. 152-ish. Almost there. Right, so we got that wood piece under there like I said we would. Just like that. So all that moisture can just fall right into that pan right there. Let this cook keep on rolling. It's been a total of 4 hours now. Yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, so let's get this lid up and let's check this brisket. We're gonna temp it, see where we're at. Should be ready to wrap by now. Oh my goodness. Look at that juicy, barky, mahogany, just beautiful brisket. Oh my goodness. Would you just look at it? Let's give it a quick temp real quick, see where we at. Part of the point, 164 there, that part of the point. So yep, it's time to wrap this bad boy. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and spritz our foil, make this nice and pliable. We got some butter here. I'm gonna place all that butter up in there. Then we're gonna take a little bit of our season here, sprinkle some more of that on there. Carefully pick up this brisket. Don't want to lose that bark. So that's why I didn't go grab them with tongs. Get that on there just like that. Oh, look at that. Ain't that pretty? She's a pretty brisket. First things first, I'm gonna get this folded over here like this. This folded over. That folded over just like that. Tuck those in. Flippity. Want this nice and tight. Flippity. We're gonna fold this over. Just like that. Nice and tight brisket. Get that back on the smoker. Let it roll till it reaches an internal temp of about 205-ish. When it hits 205-ish, this brisket's gonna be done. We're gonna get it inside. We're gonna make those quesadillas. Go. All right. So after a total of 5.5 hours, this brisket is done. We've reached our target temp. I had to probe. We probed it. We're probing right at the temperature we want. As you can see, we lost some daylight here. It's okay. The recipe must go on. So I'm gonna grab these with my towel here. Go right into this cooler. I'm gonna cover this up. We're just gonna let that rest in there. See you inside. All right, we're back here inside. We got the beautiful, delicious brisket on the board. Time to cut up and make our quesadillas. First, let's get it out this oil. Let's take our leftover juices. Pour it right over there. Just like that. So we're gonna go right here around here in the middle. Split this bad boy. Just like that. Let's take a look here and see what we got. Look at that. Beautiful, nice smoke ring. Juices just oozing out. And this is a choice brisket, y'all. Let's get to making our quesadillas. First thing first, I gotta chop some of this up. Just like that. Now we're just gonna take this, chop it all up. Just like that. All right. To get this quesadilla party started, we're gonna go in with some unsalted butter. Get that nice and melted. We're gonna go ahead and go down with our tortilla. Whisk it in that butter. Just like that. And go in here on this one side here with some cheese. Well, then we're gonna go with some of our brisket. Just like that. And because it's a quesadilla, just a little more cheese, because we want this thing to be nice and cheesy. Put a little bit of our pico in there, right on this side right here. Go ahead and get this quesadilla flipped over. Press that down. Go ahead and flip this over. Just like that. Let's go ahead and split this thing open. All right, we got our quesadillas here, all prepared up nice. It's time to get this thing an official taste test. Let's go ahead and dive into this thing. So let's get this one here. Break it apart. Oh, look at that. Just look. There you go. Can you see that? Cheesiness, the pico, the brisket's coming through. Go ahead and give this thing a taste. Here we go. My goodness. A smoky, cheesy, well-seasoned quesadilla with all of the Tex-Mex you want in it. Oh my God, this thing is amazing. I gotta take another bite of that. Hang on. That's the recipe. Guys, put this on your game day menu. Super Bowl's around the corner. Who you got in the Super Bowl? Let me know. I'm DQ. I'm with Sticky Hickory Barbecue. If you like this recipe, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that bell for those notifications so you know when we upload. If you'd like to see me cook something else, leave a message in the comments and let me know what it is. I'd like to know. I'm DQ. I'm with Sticky Hickory Barbecue. And this has been another recipe. Let's go.